Good morning. My name is Joe Maloney, and it's my pleasure to be your service associate this morning. I am wearing a black jeans and a Wild About All Souls t-shirt, along with my name tag with red-colored beads. My pronouns are he and him. Welcome to All Souls Braintree in this beautiful building. Although it was dedicated in 1904, the community that built it was part of the liberal faith tradition that began here in 1833. If you were away for the summer, we welcome you back. If this is your first time with us and would like to learn more about All Souls and Unitarian Universalism, please fill out a connection card found in the chat or in the pews and we'll be happy to follow up with you. Our services are live streamed on Zoom. If you'd like to activate Zoom's closed caption feature during the service, click the CC icon at the bottom of your screen and select Live Transcript. Assistive listening devices are also available as you enter the sanctuary. After this service, our remote participants are invited to stay online for a virtual social hour, and participants in the building are invited to gather in the parish hall for refreshments. And as you may notice, the back pews are roped off, and in the spirit of community and togetherness, the back pews are roped off to encourage everyone to be closer, to generate a feeling of togetherness, and it also makes it easier for people to hear the music as well, and to have an intimate experience. Now for our candle of hope. We are lighting a candle for all that is being threatened. We light a candle to honor all that is under threat, the very foundations of our values and aspirations. Every one of our Unitarian Universalist principles is being challenged. Earth's sacredness, the beauty of diversity, the pursuit of peace, the dignity of human rights, and the strength of democracy. May this light remind us of our shared responsibility to protect and uphold these sacred values. Now for our chalice words. We light our chalice at the start of each service as a symbol of our faith. Originally a sign of refuge for those escaping Nazi persecution, the symbol now holds meanings as varied as the thousands of UU congregations that light chalices. The Austrian artist who designed it first brought together the chalice and the flame as a Unitarian symbol during his work with the Unitarian Service Committee during World War II. The artist thought the image had connotations of sacrifice and love. Unitarian Universalists today have many different interpretations of the flaming chalice, including the light of reason, the warmth of community, and the flame of hope. Today we light it in celebration of our coming together after being distant during the summer. May the flame of this chalice kindle within us the warmth of compassion, the light of truth, the fire of commitment, and the spirit of love. Please remain seated for our song for the candles. Please join me in reading the preamble to our congregational covenant. We covenant to create a caring, affirming, and inclusive community that invites us to become our best selves and to serve the wider community and the world. The entire covenant is printed on the back of the order of service.
Welcome, kindred souls who have come with friendship in your heart. Your presence is a steady river that fills the pool of our shared community. Here we embrace one another, our rivers weaving bonds that transcend time and distance. Together, we create an ocean of belonging where every drop finds purpose and connection. So, dear friends, let us celebrate the beauty of togetherness. May you feel seen, heard, and loved into being your most authentic self. I invite you to stand in body or spirit as you are willing or able for our opening hymn, number 4, I Brought My Spirit to the Sea.
Spirit to the sea, I stood upon the shore, I gazed upon infinity, I heard the waters roar, and then there came a sense of peace, some whisper, come my soul, some ancient ministry of stars had made my spirit whole.
The late afternoon sun filtered through the stained glass windows of the old meeting house, casting kaleidoscope patterns on the worn wooden floor. Elias, his knuckles white around a small chipped ceramic cup, watched the last few members trickle in for the annual water ingathering. He felt a knot in his stomach, a familiar tension that had been his constant companion since the news broke of the town's proposed immigrant youth detention center, complete with a National Guard presence. He had spent weeks cultivating his peaceful mind, mornings by the small pond near his home, watching the ripples spread, trying to quiet the incessant clamor of outrage and fear. Evenings meditating, breathing in calm, breathing out frustration. He believed in the power of a gentle heart. But the thought of children barely more than infants, locked away in a concrete box, made his heart anything but gentle. It raged. Across the aisle, Clara, her silver hair pulled back in a neat bun, moved with a quiet grace. She carried a delicate glass vial. Her water came from the trickle that fed the community garden, a place she had helped cultivate from a neglected lot. Her hands coaxed life from stubborn soil. Clara's gentleness was legendary. She'd once disarmed a shouting councilman with nothing but a calm voice and a genuine offer to listen. The chalice, an old polished brass vessel, sat at the front, waiting. One by one, people approached. A young mother poured water from her baby's first bath. A traveler added water from a distant desert oasis. Each drop a story, a sacred moment, a piece of a journey. Elias approached slowly, the weight of his small cup feeling immense. His water was from the faucet in his kitchen, a silent protest of its mundane source against the enormity of the problem. He wanted to shout, to rage, to demand action. But the words from a recent reflection echoed in his mind. A peaceful mind can observe rather than instantly judge. One that can listen deeply rather than merely wait to speak. He poured his water, the clear liquid blending seamlessly as he stepped back. Clara was at his side. Her gentle gaze met his, acknowledging the tremor in his hand. "Troubled waters, Elias?" she murmured, her voice soft as velvet. He nodded, the knot tightening. "I just don't understand how to be peaceful and gentle when faced with such injustice. It seems like weakness." Clara looked at the swirling water in the chalice. "Look at it, Elias. Each of us brought our own, some calm, some stirred, but together it becomes something more. When the peaceful mind meets the turbulent current, it doesn't dissolve. It offers clarity, a steady hand on the rudder, and a gentle heart. It doesn't mean we don't fight. It means we fight with love, not with hate." Later, during the discussion about the detention center, the room buzzed with anger and despair. Voices rose, frayed with emotion. Elias felt his own anger surge, ready to unleash a torrent of accusatory words. But then he remembered Clara's words in the image of the mixed waters in the chalice. He took a deep breath, consciously slowing his racing thoughts. Then it was his turn to speak. He didn't rail. Instead, he spoke of his fear for the children, not with aggression, but with a quiet, persistent plea for empathy. He shared a story he'd heard about a child who'd been separated from their family, a story that cut through the abstract arguments. His voice was calm, not loud, yet it carried weight. He felt a different kind of strength, one rooted in clarity rather than raw emotion. Clara, in her turn, didn't denounce the council members. She spoke of the community's shared values, of the garden where everyone, regardless of their background, could find common ground. She proposed not just protests, but also alternative solutions, a mentoring program, a community-led restorative justice initiative. Her suggestions, born of a truly gentle heart, disarmed the defensiveness that so often arose in such debates. The meeting didn't end with a definitive victory, but it ended with a new sense of purpose, a collective calm that hadn't been present before. People lingered, talking softly, not shouting. Elias felt the knot in his stomach loosen. His peaceful mind, he realized, wasn't just for his own solace. It was a tool, a lens through which he could better see the path forward for the community. His gentle heart wasn't passive. It was the force that connected him to others, allowing for true understanding and compassionate action. As he walked into the cooling hometown evening, Elias glanced back at the meeting house. The chalice inside, though no longer visible, continued to hold the mingled waters, a silent testament to the poignant truth that the quiet work of cultivating a peaceful mind and a gentle heart wasn't an escape from the world's troubles, but the very essence of how they would be healed. It was the spark that ignited the collective flame, transforming individual drops into a living river of justice and compassion. Each year, as we gather again after Labor Day, we invite people to come to the front and add symbolic or actual water that you brought from a meaningful summer event or place and pour it into the large water vessel. If you want to say the name of the event or place, please use the microphone so everyone can hear. And people on Zoom, if there's symbolic water that you want us to add, we can add water for you too. I'll start. I brought water from the ocean. I've been going to the beach during the summer almost about every other day, walking in the water along the edge of the water just to make my feet feel better. And it seems to work.
So I'm Mary and my husband Tom, and we have water that's virtual water for many of the places that we visited this year. We saw Acadia National Park. There's a lot of water up there. It's on an island. And we were at Lake Erie and
The Ohio River,
the Ohio River.
Delaware Canal,
Thank you. Delaware River.
Delaware River.
And all of the, the idea that all of these bodies of water were significant because they were so important in commerce in the development of our country. And not only are there beautiful bodies of water for the most part, but the idea of our economy, the very soul of our economic whatever, is subject to or is because of these rivers and water bodies. There we go.
So our water is from Newport, Rhode Island, and we went to a wedding there a few weeks ago, and I'm sitting having breakfast with my husband, and suddenly he was gone. And I was like, where the heck did he go? And he came back with this. And I said, what did he do? And he said, this is for the water ceremony when we get back to church. So, from Newport.
Goat Island in Newport.
Oh, Goat Island.
Go. I didn't actually bring any water, but I have water that I can use over here, so that's fantastic. It's just water from the visits down to the Cape and this summer visiting my family and my boyfriend's family, and the visits down to the lake, and it's a visit when we did Gloucester this summer for my birthday and visited the castle and all that fun stuff. So I'm just gonna put in a little bit of water for all of that and all the symbology and all of that stuff. A little bit of water. Go.
Hi, so for those of you who don't know us, I'm Emily, and my husband Adam and son Nathaniel and I just started coming in August to your wonderful community. So this is just Nathaniel's water bottle. So this is going to be more representative of the places we brought the water bottle to this summer. So a lot of just local trips to Sunset Lake right down the road in Braintree. Where else did we go? The beach. We go to Pond Meadow Park in Braintree a lot. And then we went on a wonderful vacation in the Lakes region of Maine and went kayaking on Highland Lake in Maine, which is this crystal clear water. So that was a very peaceful vacation that just brought us a lot of calm and relaxation as a family. So, yeah.
Okay, hi, my name is Linda, and I brought water that's just symbolic. I meant to get some from the school that I started working at again after summer ended, but it got so busy that I forgot to collect the water. So this is just symbolic of a new year.
This water is symbolic of a time I spent this summer with my sister at the Jersey Shore in Cape May, the oldest resort in the United States. And beautiful Jersey Shore beach, Victorian houses, just a wonderful time spending it with my sister. And being a Jersey girl originally, going back to the beach just always brings me back to being a little girl with my family, where we spent many summers in cottages and such on the beach.
You want to speak?
Symbolic water for how we started our spring. Went to Halibut Point State Park in Rockport, and just offshore we saw a whale for the first time that we've ever seen one. Was breaching the water, going after Happy Meals. Linda, I can't resist this. You're a Jersey girl, so I have to say this. I saw a bumper sticker one time. It's one of my all-time favorite bumper stickers. New Jersey in big letters, and then in tiny little print in parentheses, yeah, we don't like you either.
And I'm just going to put in a little water for one of our Zoomers that wanted to share from Lucy. It's in regards to the arid Arizona desert that they visited. So there's that. A bit of water from them.
So last weekend, I was with my brother and a couple of friends. We went to the New England Botanical Garden up in the Worcester County area, and I got a sample of water from there. And also last weekend, that was the time in that area they were having rain and a tornado warning. So fortunately, where we were, we went out after the garden. The four of us went out and got a bite to eat nearby. And where we were, the restaurant, they had all the screens up there with the weather people talking about all the weather moving through and everything. And so fortunately, the only thing that we ended up getting where we were was just rain and wind. But I know the other parts in that area, unfortunately, they had their tornadoes. So hopefully everybody's okay up in there, but we were fortunate where we were particularly. We ended up missing the tornado, but just my thoughts with the people who were affected by the tornado in that area last weekend.
Hi, my water is symbolic of swimming in the ocean with a new friend, Pam. So I'm real happy to have a new friend.
My water is symbolic. I was going to say from, well, no, I never remember to get it. It's from the mansion in the clouds in Moulton, New Hampshire. If you've never been, and I've taken people over the years, and I went with friends again this time, it's absolutely incredible. It was built by Alfred Lucknow, and he one time had the largest shoe manufacturing plant in Massachusetts. And it was built on all the natural stone, all the natural wood around there. And it's absolutely incredible. It is literally in the clouds. It looks over Lake Winnipesaukee. And when he had it, it was 6,000 acres of land. He had stables downstairs, and when you go to it, you have to take the bus to the upper part of the place. And I tell you, the downstairs where the stable is, they have a beautiful terrace they made, and you can have lunch out there. Well, if you can get a table. It's very busy in the summer. Not only is the place absolutely, I mean, it just renews you when you go there, because they have incredible gardens. And I tell you, it's magnificent. If you ever get a chance to go there, because I mean, he had 6,000 acres. He lost his money through, like a lot of them, investments and everything. And it was resold about 4 or 5 times. And usually when it's sold 4 or 5 times, they lose the acreage. Well, it ended up in a trust, and they still had over 5,000 acres. So that is incredible in itself. But if you really want to be inspired and in a home that you could live in, most of these mansions you couldn't live in, but the way they designed it, there's light in every room. They had every convenience, telephones. I mean, they even had refrigeration. It was based on seawater. Don't go into the whole thing, but they actually had a refrigerator there. And, of course, electricity. It was just amazing. But if you want to really see something that will really, it just inspires you.
I'm sorry. Hello. I'd like to share some water from Turner's Pond, which I'm sure many of you are already familiar with because it's so nearby, but it's just a beautiful place that I certainly enjoy for spiritual renewal, and it's so beautiful throughout the day. It's also wonderful because it has so many great animals, lots of dog walking, all sorts of things around there too. And one of the things I always love to do is to feed the ducks when I'm over there and so forth. So this is from me, but it's also from all the ducks and the bunnies and the geese and the deer and everybody who enjoys the water there as well. So thank you.
One last chance, in case you didn't realize and you forgot to bring water, we have water you can use. Okay. As these waters have mingled, so too have our spirits. We have shared stories of summer adventures and explorations. May the waters of our lives flow freely, nourishing all that we touch. May our hearts be as vast as the oceans, and our compassion as deep as the rivers. Let us continue to gather these waters of experience, to share them with others, and to be a force for good in the world.
At each service, we have an opportunity to give thanks for the blessings in our lives and in our community. Our offering is a chance to support our work and outreach as a growing, powerful community that refuses to be silenced. We find strength in our collective action and share purpose, knowing we are not alone. Our active, living force is nurtured by our common capital, empathy, actions, and our hope. It is in the small acts of showing up, the conversations we have, the donations we make, and our unwavering commitment to building a better future together. Our sanctuary exists because of our shared contributions. We sustain this place of reverence and wonder by our generosity. Please join me in giving so that we can continue to have a place that supports and prepares us for the challenges in these difficult times. You may submit your offering electronically via the link in the chat or mail it to All Souls Church at the address provided.
Walking on these mountains and plains, far away from the rolling ocean, still my dry land heart can say, I've been sailing all my life now, never harbor port have I known. The wide universe is the ocean I travel, and the earth is my blue boat home. Sun, my sail, and moon, my water, as I ply the starry sea, leaning over the edge in wonder, casting questions into the deep, drifting here with my ship's companions, are we kindred pilgrim souls, making our way by the lights of the heavens in our beautiful blue boat home. I give thanks to the waves uphold me, and the great winds urging me on. Greet the infinite sea before me, sing the sky my sailor's song. I was born upon the fathoms, never harbor port have I known. The wide universe is the ocean I travel, and the earth is my blue boat home. The chalice before us, brimming with waters from countless journeys, serves as a poignant mirror reflecting not only our individual paths, but also the collective spirit as we weave together. As Unitarian Universalists, we sometimes speak of the peaceful mind and the gentle heart as cornerstones of our personal spiritual practice. But what happens when these deeply personal cultivations meet the expansive, often turbulent currents of building a just and compassionate community? It is at this intersection that our faith truly comes alive, transforming quiet contemplation into potent action. A peaceful mind, at its core, is a mind uncluttered by the incessant demands of ego, fear, and reactivity. It is a mind that can observe rather than instantly judge. One that can listen deeply rather than merely wait to speak, as was mentioned in our story. When we bring such a mind to the work of community building, we bring clarity. We can discern the roots of injustice without being overwhelmed by its branches. We can engage in difficult conversations with composure, seeking understanding rather than victory. This inner tranquility isn't passive. It's a wellspring of resilience. allowing us to persist in the face of setbacks and to hold hope even when progress feels agonizingly slow. Without a measure of inner peace, our efforts can easily devolve into burnout, frustration, or even unintended harm, as our own internal disquiet projects onto the very people we seek to serve. Hand in hand with the peaceful mind walks the gentle heart. This is not a heart devoid of passion or conviction, but one that beats with profound empathy and an unwavering commitment to the well-being of all. A gentle heart recognizes the inherent worth and dignity of every person, even those with whom we profoundly disagree or who just rub us the wrong way. It compels us to listen to narratives that challenge our own, to acknowledge pain that is not our own, and to offer support without judgment in the collective work of building a just community. A gentle heart means approaching advocacy not with anger, but with a fierce love for humanity. Engaging in service not out of duty, but out of a genuine desire to alleviate suffering. It means understanding that true justice is not punitive, but restorative, seeking to heal breaches and affirm interconnectedness. Consider the water, the ingathering water itself. Each drop brought from a personal place of meaning. A quiet stream where we found solace, a bustling city park where we witnessed humanity, or perhaps even the tap water from a home where gentle conversations unfold, represents a unique journey of cultivating peace and gentleness. When these individual drops merge into the common basin, they do not lose their distinctiveness, but rather enrich the whole. The collective pool becomes a living testament to the power of shared intention. This merging is precisely what happens when our individual spiritual practices flow into communal action. Your peaceful mind contributes to the group's ability to deliberate thoughtfully on matters of social justice. Your gentle heart expands the circle of compassion as we advocate for marginalized voices. The calm born from meditation helps us respond constructively to conflict within our own congregation as we strive for a more inclusive, beloved community. The empathy cultivated through personal reflection fuels our collective efforts to dismantle systems of oppression. Conversely, the collective work also refines our personal practice. The challenges of building a just community often test the limits of our peace and gentleness. Encountering deep-seated prejudice, witnessing profound suffering, or navigating complex ethical dilemmas forces us to confront our own biases and expand our capacity for compassion. It pushes us beyond theoretical understanding into lived experience. It deepens our spiritual roots in ways that solitary practice alone cannot. The friction of engagement can paradoxically polish the facets of our peaceful mind and gentle heart, making them more resilient and luminous. So, as we reflect on the waters we have brought and the community we are becoming, let us recognize that the cultivation of a peaceful mind and a gentle heart is not an escape from the world's troubles, but an essential preparation for engaging with them. It is the quiet work that empowers the loud call for justice. It is the individual spark that ignites the collective flame of compassion. And in this beautiful dance between the inner journey and the outer world, we find the true essence of our Unitarian Universalist faith, a faith that calls us not just to be good people, but to be a force for good in the world, rooted in peace and guided by love. We invite you to stand in body or spirit as you are willing or able for our closing hymn, 360, Here We Have Gathered. Our closing words, All Rivers Run to the Sea by Caleb Rice. It starts with a drop, then a trickle, a burble, a rush of water bubbling toward its destination, and finally the wide, endless sea. All rivers run to the sea. Today you brought water, poured it into a common bowl. Though our experiences have differed, these waters mingle, signifying our common humanity. Today you came and shared in this sacred community. May you depart this sacred space, hearts filled with hope for new beginnings, a fresh start. Go forth, but return to this community where rivers of tears may be shed, where dry souls are watered, where your joy bubbles, where your life cup overflows, where deep in your spirit you have found in this place a home. All rivers run to the sea. And to extinguish the chalice, though we extinguish this chalice flame, we carry with us the light of truth, the warmth of community, and the fire of commitment, now held within our hearts until we meet again. Yeah, thank you, Jacob. We gratefully acknowledge everyone who worked hard on this service. Speakers, ushers, greeters, choir director, singing, service associate, tech crew. Some hold multiple positions. We love our volunteers. We invite you to notice the positions that people hold and invite you to volunteer to learn to do them. If you are interested, reach out to Sarah Elstrom, who handles volunteers. She's not here today, but she'll be back next week. It's her birthday. She's out celebrating. So upcoming events include Dickens Planning Meeting today at 12:15 in the Elliott Room. Connection Circle, 2:30 to 4 p.m. on Tuesday, September 17. But that's Wednesday. Okay, I had the wrong name, the wrong day written in here. Board meeting, Wednesday, September 17th, 6:30. Potluck supper, 6 p.m. Saturday, September 20th in the Parish Hall. This month we invite you to bring a dish that captures a place that you visited or an activity you enjoyed during the summer, whether it's a beachside barbecue, mountain cabin, comfort food, or taste of new cuisine you discovered. We'd love to experience your summer stories through your cooking. To help accommodate food allergies or dietary needs, kindly include an ingredient list with your dish. If you have any questions or theme ideas for future potlucks, feel free to contact Kathy or Joe. There's a school supply drive. All Souls is supporting the backpack and school supply drive organized by Braintree's Marge Crispin Center. Donations can be dropped off at Caruso's Jewelers, Fasano's Marketplace, Southside Tavern during business hours. See Mary for more details. We are accepting blankets for the homeless. See Linda Cousins for details. AA meetings at All Souls take place year-round in the Parish Hall on Mondays at 7 and Tuesdays at 8. First Parish UU Canton weekly small groups are open to the wider community throughout the week. Check the flyer posted in the foyer or visit their website for more info. And to make our guests or visitors feel more at home, please wear your name tags. And if you need a new name tag, please contact Diana or Jessica. A welcome table will be available in the Parish Hall each Sunday this month to answer guest or visitor questions. We truly appreciate all help with setting up and cleaning up after service coffee hours and first Sunday food for the soul services. No sign-up sheets, just show up and help. So for our virtual social hour, if you're attending on Zoom today, please stay online for a virtual social hour. If you're in the building, please join us in the Parish Hall for refreshments or speak with the people on Zoom. Log into your Zoom on your phone for virtual coffee hour. Find the link on the All Souls Church website. Thank you for sharing this time together. May you leave here in peace, find peace on your journey, and offer peace to others.
Good morning, everybody.